Today we're going to go through a system for strengthening your pull-ups, and this is something I feel very passionate about because a lot of people, when it comes to pull-ups, they want to do as many reps as possible, and they don't realize that the way to increase their reps is actually to make their pull-ups as strong as possible. Now, the other reason why I'm passionate about this is because when you increase the strength of your pull-ups, it makes movements like the muscle up very easy to perform because you now have a great base for you to generate power from. So the system is called the stage system, and this is credit to kilo strength. And so this is going to be a great way for you to get stronger with your pulls. You can apply this to both chin-ups and pull-ups. Today we're going to use pull-ups as an example. So how we're going to do this is we're going to perform 2 sets of 5 at the same intensity. Then we're going to go down to 3 reps and increase the intensity, i.e. the weight. Then we're going to go down to 1 rep and increase the intensity once more. Between each stage, so from 5 to 3 to 1, we want to increase the weight by around about 5%. Between each phase, we want to increase the weight by around about 5%. Now, I'm not going to show you the whole workout, but what I am going to do is just show you one of the stages, and at the end, I'm going to just talk through what the movement should be feeling and looking like so that you know that you are performing this as effectively as possible. So the first stage is going to be 5 reps. So by this point, I'm assuming that you've got fantastic technique. So we're going to go for it. Okay, so that was my first 5 reps. Now, at the end, I was beginning to fatigue slightly, which is what we want. We don't want you to do that 5 reps and you max out. You want to have 3 to 2 reps left in the tank before you do the next phase or the next set, which will be 5 again. So that's almost priming you for that next set, and the brain's getting ready to help you to perform the next set of 5 even better. In order to ensure that that does happen, make sure that you take a 2 to 3 minute break. We're getting stronger here. We're not focusing on beasting ourselves. We want to get stronger. And to get stronger, we need to perform our reps at the right intensity. So the next stage, we need to increase intensity by increasing weight because we're going to be dropping the reps down to 3. So how do we do that? We basically add 5 to 10% to what we just did. So 10% of 20 will be 2 kilograms, 5% will be 1 kilogram. This is a nice happy medium, 1.5 kilograms. So we're doing 3 reps. And when you're doing 3 reps, this is where we're starting to really engage the brain. And we're really thinking, man, I've got to pull this thing hard, which is going to be something that's obviously going to help you to get stronger because you're really focusing on the movement. So we've now got 21.5 on here. We're just going to do 3 reps, and then let's just see how we're feeling afterwards. So 3 strong reps. I probably had 2 reps left in the tank there because I know that I can hit the wall very quickly with my pull-ups. Again, if you're doing this program, by this phase, you should have a high sense of body awareness and awareness of where you fatigue and how, which you would have done by doing, many different pull-up programs over the years. So that being said, this is advanced. But as you can see, yep, I did 2 reps left in the tank. So you're going to do 1 more set after a 2 to 3 minute break, or to be honest with you, even more. And then after that, we're going to do our final one, which is going to be just 1 rep. By this point, you've done 2 sets of 5. You've increased the weight slightly. You've done 2 sets of 3. We've increased the weight again. This is by quite a bit more because I know I can do more than this. And we're just going to do 1 rep, okay? That 1 rep, it needs to feel comfortable. It needs to be a good, strong movement. It shouldn't be labored. So let me show you what that looks like. So after that, take a good 3 minute break, especially if you've just done a single, okay? 1 rep. That's really going to take it out of you neurologically, and you've got to let your brain recover. Once you've done that, we go again for 1 more set, and then that is that portion of the workout done. I would then recommend that you go through some of your accessories that are going to help with the movement, but that goes beyond the scope of this video. So that was week 1, but we are looking to get stronger week on week. So we don't just repeat what we did with the same weights. Next week, we take what we started with this week, and provided that we could perform that effectively with the right RIR, so the right intensity and the movements we're looking at as I did them today, we're just going to add 2% to each of those weights. In week 4, I recommend that you do a deload, and in order to do that, you can go back to week 1 weights and just do 2 sets of 5. And then after that, you're in a good place to reassess what your strengths and weaknesses are, and then write yourself another 3 to 4 month block that's going to help you overcome those weaknesses so that you can build up your strength even more. Now, the good thing about this program is obviously you can start with body weight and start to increase the weight slowly as you progress through the movements. But the goal I want you to set for yourself is for you to do 1 pull-up with an extra 10 kilograms of weight added. That's going to be a great foundation for you to progress onto doing power moves like the muscle up. Now make sure you hit the link below. I have written a series of pulling programs, so they take you from learning your first chin up all the way to performing your first muscle up. And that's a periodized program that's going to train all the attributes that we need in order to get there. So again, make sure you subscribe to my list by clicking the link below, and you'll be the first person to hear about it when that program launches. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.